award-winning coverage you can count on. This is ABC 13 News.
Thanks for staying with us at 5:30. I'm Mark Kelly in for Len Stevens.
And I'm Danner Evans. Now, one of the biggest debates on the South Side has been over whether to lift the ban on uranium mining.
A local group contracted VCU to survey local residents on what they think of the ban, and the results are in. Whitney Delbridge was there for the announcement of those results and has more. Whitney. Well, it's mid-September, but the battle of the holiday shopping season is only picking up speed already. Now Toys R Us has announced a totally different option for parents shopping for Christmas.
Oh, you guys have just really served up some good days here recently, Lindsay. You can't complain
doing a good job
about
in the
weather.
Weather Center.
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's been a nice, easy, and stress-free week for me.
Pleasant every day.
Yeah, not too bad for us. We started out with some...
Strong said his biggest disappointment, I thought this was interesting, biggest disappointment about the moonwalk was that after it was over, he never once had a dream about it.
Inspired dreams and a lot of others.
That's a really good way to think of it.
That's very true. Food found in a lot of restaurants and stores. It's on the recall list tonight.
What you need to know so you and your family don't get sick. It is time for them to come out with something new.
Super Nintendo was my first.
Was it?
Never forget it.
Mine was Atari. Raise your hands if
Not
you remember
aging
Atari.
All you brides out there, save the date. A big bridal showcase is back, and you can win big prizes.
And we're...
A good number of us know the song Call Me Maybe by now, but a Southside group really wants you to dance to it.
It's hard to get it out of your head. A video they've made to the song already has people moving, but they want to see it really take off. Good evening. Thanks for watching ABC 13 News. I'm Mark Kelly, filling in for Dominic Ricks tonight. Well, today officers discovered the body of a man on the side of the road in Pittsylvania County after what they believe was a hit and run. State police say 42-year-old Thomas Lewis Bradner was on the 12,000 block of Route 41 when he was hit by a vehicle heading north. Well, his body was discovered by an officer passing by, and police believe Bradner was hit sometime between 2:30 and 3:30 p.m. Police say there were no witnesses. They are asking for your help in finding the vehicle involved. Officials say if you have any information on this accident, please call state police at 1-800-542-5959. Well, Roanoke police are investigating a fatal stabbing that happened early this morning. Police responded to the 700 block of Bridge Street at around 2:30 a.m. There they found the victim, 27-year-old Anthony Dale Hall of Roanoke. Hall was taken to Carilion Roanoke Memorial Hospital, where he later died. Now, police need your help to find this man. They say 36-year-old Alex Daniel Paul Ham of Roanoke is a suspect in the crime. He has an outstanding warrant for murder. If you have any information on his whereabouts, contact the Roanoke Police Department. Radford police are investigating a sexual assault that happened early this morning. Officials say a 19-year-old woman was walking alone in the alley behind the 1100 Calhoun Street at around 1:20 a.m. They say a man covered her mouth, pulled down the front of her dress, and reportedly grabbed her chest. Now, she was able to fight off the offender and get away. Anyone with information about the incident should call the Radford City Police tip line at 540-731-5040. Halifax County is continuing to take their stand against uranium mining in Virginia. The Virginia Coalition, which is a group of business leaders and professionals, held an anti-uranium mining fundraiser today. About 500 people came out to the event. There was food, music, a live auction. The fundraiser was held at the home of Delegate James Edmonds. The event raised more than $100,000. All the proceeds will go toward hiring and maintaining lobbyists to help keep the ban against uranium mining. A group of Virginia Tech's Corps of Cadets, they hit the road today, making their annual trip to the National D-Day Memorial in Bedford. Now, this is the 6th year in a row the students have made that journey. It's a trip all first-year cadets eventually take, and as Melinda Zosh shows, the cadets are learning freedom. It comes with a cost. Now, the Virginia Tech Corps of Cadets are also raising money for the D-Day Memorial. This year, they'll be taking donations at the game against Bowling Green, September 22nd. They've already collected $190,000. Well, in a tough economy, it can be difficult to keep up with bills, and a visit to the dentist might be pretty low on the priority list. Today, one dentist's office took that into consideration and offered their services for free. And it was another successful year for the Lynchburg Beer and Wine Festival. Just how many types of beer and wine were there? You might not believe it. The answer and much, much more coming up next week. Well, in Bedford County today, a healthy smile was an important thing. The Forest Dental Center offered their services to more than 200 patients. Now, they call the program Dentistry from the Heart, and Parker Slaybaugh was there. Now, Parker, this was completely free. Beautiful day. Lynchburg Beer and Wine Festival. They had great weather.
Yeah, it was awesome. Tomorrow, though, probably a little bit cloudier.
A little different?
Yeah, maybe a couple of showers. Despite all the sunshine today, only managed.
What's it going to be looking like on our Sunday?
All right, tomorrow we'll see a few more clouds around and a couple of showers in place, especially across the south side. That'll hold temperatures into the middle 70s for us.
Justin, you got an update for us in sports,
Baseball, Braves beat the Nationals 5-4, and the Yankees won today. The Orioles are playing out west, so their game's not over, so the Yankees are still in first place.
Very good. Thanks for watching 13 News tonight. From all of us here at ABC 13, have a good night.
This is ABC 13 News.
Welcome to ABC 13 News. I'm Mark Kelly. Former Congressman and presidential candidate Virgil Goode was campaigning for Your Voice, Your Vote today. He spent time with high school students in Lynchburg, and the Constitution Party candidate was at EC Glass, where he spoke with government classes. James Girardi sat in on the talk. James, these students, they must have been excited about this. Thank you, James. Virgil Goode wasn't the only presidential candidate in Virginia today. Republican nominee Mitt Romney, he was in Fairfax. Now, Romney says the world needs American leadership, and he would lead a nation better able to shape events rather than being at the mercy of them. Romney opened today with reflections of the 4 Americans killed in violence at the U.S. consulate in Libya. Also making campaign stops for her husband in Virginia was First Lady Michelle Obama. First, she made an appearance in downtown Richmond, then later on in the day spoke to supporters at the University of Mary Washington in Fredericksburg. Now, First Lady had been scheduled to speak at the university in July, but that appearance was canceled following the mass shooting in Colorado. The First Lady spoke about how heartbroken they are about the attacks in Libya.
And once again, we do see many locations with temperatures already down into the 50s on this Thursday night. 56 in Lynchburg, Danville 59. Same into Martinsville. Roanoke still holding on at the 63-degree mark with a few high clouds streaming in. But overall, skies are mostly clear. As we go forward through the overnight, it will remain on the cool side. Expect morning low temperatures down into the low to middle 50s for most of us by first thing Friday. A closer look at your complete forecast, of course, including the upcoming weekend. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Mark.
Thank you, Lindsay. A grand jury has indicted a former Campbell County deputy after a game of strip poker allegedly turned to rape. Ross Candler is charged with forcible rape, animate object penetration, and providing alcohol to someone under 21. Now, this is video of him with the dark hair wearing the white t-shirt after being released on $12,000 bond this afternoon. According to evidence presented at the bond hearing, Candler and 2 other former deputies were at a party on December 28th. After drinking and playing a game of strip poker, prosecutors claim Candler raped the female victim. Candler's defense attorneys aren't commenting on whether the two had sex with each other, but they claim whatever happened was consensual. Tonight's manhunt suspect is Kimberly Spinner. Spinner is wanted for petty larceny. If you've seen her or know where she is, call Central Virginia Crime Stoppers. That number, 888-798-5900, or text CVCS plus your tip to 274-637. Your calls and texts always anonymous and could earn you a cash reward. Well, you might have seen members of the old Dunbar High School on the streets of Lynchburg today. The class of 1959 held a food drive this afternoon outside the Hunt and Randolph Community Center. The class had a goal of raising 500 pounds for the Blue Ridge Food Bank, and they did even better than that. The group ended up raising more than 700 pounds. Well, folks got their fill of wings tonight at the 3rd annual Wing Fling in Forest.